get back in this game and when it, after half an hour it looked like it was going away, how pleased were you with the team's kind of reaction?
Yeah, that reaction was top, obviously. Getting 2-0 down is not so cool. It was not that we were... First goal was, I would say, kind of unlucky. So Robbo slips, bam, they go inside, and then it's like 2 rebounds. We have to watch it back, but that's how I saw it in the first place. And in the end, Martinelli gets a foot on. Or I think it was Martinelli, because it could have been Robbo as well, get there. That's a 1-0. Yeah, the 2-0 happened in a situation which we shouldn't have had that often, like not the cross and the ball in, that the ball arrives there and we didn't have a challenge beforehand. So for that we needed a higher last line. It was a massive subject all the time, because I understand with the threat they are on the wings with Saka and Martinelli speed-wise, that doesn't feel massively comfortable, but we have to do it anyway. And we, in the moment when we start getting more compact, then line higher, midfield closer, front three together, and in that moment it was not as easy anymore. So in the moment when we got that, we were better in the game. So in possession it was okay. It was like a lot of long balls, because we did maybe not move enough in decisive areas. It was a slightly different setup, which the boys had to adapt to get that. But long balls is not a problem. We can go for second balls, and we had a few good ones where we could made more of it. We had chances before we scored, so good moments, to be honest. Didn't use them, but then the goal was obviously the most helpful stuff in football, because then before halftime it's 2-1. I think everybody felt it. We can turn this game around, and that's what we actually did performance-wise. Result-wise, halfway. So the question I had in my mind when I walked in after the game was, how can we not win this game? But we didn't. So it's a point, and that's okay. And yeah, it's another step in the right direction, I would say. It's like the first time for a long time that we reacted really well on we didn't fall apart, and that could have happened with everything what happened this year already. It was now, okay, 1-0, 2-0, and the next chance is 3-0, and it didn't happen. And because we were, we look better. We look more ready in these moments to fight back, and that's what we did. And second half, we should have turned the game completely around with the chances we had, and so at least the point is okay.
James?
Yeah, we've seen some brilliant performances from Liverpool in this season where it's not gone great. In your mind, do you know how and why they don't always play like that, and how to make them play more like they did in the second half?
It'll be lack consistency and confidence. So these are the two things. And now I don't have confidence, because you don't have enough positive moments. And if you have them, you don't build on them, or you misunderstand them. That's in life like it is in football. Exactly the same. So if you're not, so we have these ups and downs in games and over the season. So that's something we didn't have ever before, since 6-7 years, but we have it this year. So, and that's something obviously where we are a situation where we're going through. It's not cool. It's not something we wanted, but we go through this, and you don't have, I said before again, we don't sort it overnight. That's what we learned this year. Of course, we had when we in a normal start of the season and you win, not perfect, but no, and then you win 7-0 against Bournemouth, 9-0 against Bournemouth. How can you not misunderstand that? It's not that the next game we were completely all over the place, but we were expecting to score from pretty much each situation. We didn't. So we didn't build on it with a 7-0 then against United. Slightly similar, but we had the next game was Bournemouth. We could have, yes, we are 1-0 down, but we could have scored the equalizer, and I think it was a good moment to turn the game around, but we didn't. And then it was like we always try to catch up with ourselves pretty much. And so many things what happened this year, and so there's explanations for each one. But in general, it's what I said. That's what we lack. And today, that's why it's so important. This is not something where we go now home and don't get our arms down. So it's just we did what we had to do. helped creating an atmosphere in the stadium, and the people were outstanding, especially in the second half. It was fantastic, but it was because the way we played, and that's absolutely cool, and that's something we have to take, and we have now a long week, which is a big difference as well. And I like it, the fact that we have enough time to train, real time to recover for few boys, and real time to train, bringing boys back. But Thiago, it's super important that he has a few training sessions on top of the few we had. Luis Diaz will be back in full and normal team training and available for the game. So these things are really, really good news. And then we have to go again. This time Leeds. We could see a little bit before our game, because we saw when we left the hotel it was 1-0 Leeds, and when we arrived here it was 1-1. When I came back from the toilet, then it was 2-1. So and that's it. And so that will be a tough one, but we have no excuses. We have to make sure we are ready again and build on that today. I set up the Chelsea game, it was a step in the right direction. It was probably for a lot of people thinking, oh God, what is he talking about? Well, it was a step from different points of view, and today that was another step. So we were part of a spectacular football game because we were good for an hour. Okay, but conceding in the first half an hour, and then good. And yeah, we should have won the game, but we didn't. Against that team in form, flying, they're 2-0 up. Anything can happen today, and it didn't because of us, and that's fine.
Tom?
Yeah, there was an incident with Andy Robertson last week for half-time.
I didn't see it, and I had now obviously time to watch it. I didn't, just because I cannot give wrong answers, so I didn't see it. I heard the pictures speak for themselves, and I cannot say more. Didn't see a bit of it.
And can I ask about Mo? You looked absolutely dumbfounded when he missed the penalty.
I think I only saw the penalty now after the game. I thought a few people in the crowd reacted. So when you don't see the penalty, you react on what the people see, and a few people obviously thought the ball was in, but it was he missed the goal. So that's why I had for a second the fist, and then I realized, oh, nobody's really celebrating, and then I realized ball was not in. That's it.
I was just going to say, will Mo carry on, because
That's something we will talk about, but not here.
Dave?
You've not had anything from the referee or the match officials then?
No. They don't come to us. If we want to have something, then we have to go to them.
Right.
And I didn't want anything.
There was another penalty incident right at the end when it looked like Mo was just dragged down. And you didn't seem to get very much at all.
It's actually really, I think there are some things where we could talk about, but they are not really helpful. And that's why I would prefer not to talk about. But we had our issues with some referees. Yeah.
Nath, last question.
Jürgen, Trent's role in Lyon especially was quite interesting. The way that
Yeah, it's now not the first time we did that before, but maybe not. It was not that obvious, but we did that before, that we put Trent inside. Today, in build-up, Trent played more inside, 6-6. So that's how it is. He need to get used to it. Obviously, it was now. I would say it's a big step to do that in a game against Arsenal. It opened up different opportunities for us. So if you watch it back, you will see that after we learned to use it, and Hendo was not wide, stayed inside, and we could really first pass down to Mo. Mo kept the ball really well today, first half already, where we could go from there. So I thought he did well. Now it was not the first time, but not for a while, and that's why I'm fine with how he executed it.